Hello everyone, got 5 dirty jokes for you today. So a general, a colonel, and a major were having a heated argument on the subject of making love. The general maintained that making love was 60% work and 40% fun. The colonel said that it was 75% work and 25% fun. The major thought it was 90% work and 10% fun. At the height of the argument, a private appeared at the door. "Let's leave it to him," said the major. The private listened carefully and said with an air of absolute finality, "If you will pardon me, sirs, making love is 100 fun and no work at all." "How do you figure that?" cried the astonished officers. "It is very simple," said the private. "If there was any work in it at all, you guys would have me doing it for you." So a man boarded an airplane and took his seat. As he settled in, he glanced up and saw the most beautiful woman boarding the plane. He soon realized she was heading straight towards his seat. As fate would have it, she took the seat right beside his. Eager to strike up a conversation, he blurted out, "Business trip or pleasure?" She turned, smiled, and said, "Business. I'm going to the annual Nymphomaniacs of America convention in Boston." He swallowed hard. Here was the most gorgeous woman he had ever seen sitting next to him, and she was going to a meeting of nymphomaniacs. Struggling to maintain his composure, he calmly asked, "What's your business at this convention?" "Lecturer," she responded. "I use information that I have learned from my personal experiences to debunk some of the popular myths about sexuality." "Really?" he said. "And what kind of myths are there?" "Well," she explained, "one popular myth is that African American men are the most well-endowed of all men, when in fact it is the Native American Indian who is most likely to possess that trait. Another popular myth is that Frenchmen are the best lovers, when actually it is men of Mexican descent who are the best. I have also discovered that the lover with absolutely the best stamina is the Southern redneck." Suddenly the woman became a little uncomfortable and blushed. "I'm sorry," she said. "I shouldn't really be discussing all of this with you. I don't even know your name." "Tonto," the man said. "Tonto Gonzalez, but my friends call me Bubba." So Dave the ranch hand had just finished up his work for the evening and is about to get into his car when a man dressed in black appears from the bushes with a gun in his hand. "Give me everything you've got," he screeches at Dave. So Dave hands over his money and his wallet, but as the man is about to leave, Dave stops him. "Say," he says to the robber, "could you shoot a few bullets in my hat to make it look to my wife like I was truly afraid for my life? She'd think I spent it on booze and gambling otherwise." The robber had a wife too, so he agreed and shot a few holes in Dave's hat. Dave then asked, "Please shoot a few bullets in the coat while you're at it. I want to look like I fought you and not like a coward." The criminal sighed and shot the coat. Then Dave said, "Can you please shoot, please? No more. I'm out of bullets," said the mugger tiredly. "That's what I wanted to hear," smiled Dave unpleasantly. "Now give me back the wallet and some more money for the hat and coat you destroyed before I beat you black and blue." So a jumbo jet is on its final approach coming into Toronto Airport. The pilot comes on the intercom. "This is your captain speaking. We're on our final descent into Toronto. I want to thank you for flying with us today, and I hope you enjoy your stay in Toronto." He forgot to switch off the intercom. Now the whole plane can hear his conversation from the cockpit. The co-pilot says to the pilot, "Well, skipper, what you gonna do in Toronto?" "Well," says the skipper, "first I'm gonna check into the hotel and take a big crap. Then I'm gonna take the new stewardess with the huge breasts out for dinner. Then I'm gonna wine and dine her, take her back to my room and give it to her big time all night. Everyone on the plane hears this and immediately begins looking up and down the aisle trying to get a look at the new stewardess. Meanwhile, the new stewardess is at the very back of the plane. She's so embarrassed that she starts to run to try and get to the cockpit to turn the intercom off. Halfway down the aisle, she trips over an old lady's bag and down she goes. The old lady leans over and says, "No need to hurry, dear. He's gotta use the bathroom first." So an elderly couple who were childhood sweethearts had married and settled down in their old neighborhood. To celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary, they walked down to their old school. There, they held hands as they found the desk they shared and where he'd carved "I love you, Sally." On their way back home, a bag of money fell out of an armored car practically at their feet. She quickly picked it up, but they didn't know what to do with it, so they took it home. There, she counted the money. It was $50,000. The husband said, "We've got to give it back. Finders keepers." His wife said, and put the money back in the bag and hid it up in their attic. The next day, 2 FBI men who were going from door to door in the neighborhood looking for the money showed up at their home. One knocked on the door and said, "Pardon me, but did either of you find any money that fell out of an armored car yesterday?" "No," she said. The husband said, "She's lying. She hid it up in the attic." She said, "Don't believe him, he's getting senile," but the agents sat the man down and began to question him. One said, "Tell us the story from the beginning." The old man said, "Well, when Sally and I were walking home from school yesterday." At this, the FBI guy looked at his partner and said, "We're out of here."